getting this tilted up a little bit. Stay, baby, stay. Okay. I think that's going to be good. Oh, darn. I can't get the... Hang on, people. We're going to be live in a second. Hang on. I'm trying to get it to just being a little temperamental this afternoon. Maybe that'll be good. Okay. Am I in the picture? Okay, that's going to be good. Maybe I'll crouch down a little bit. I can't get the... Let me try one more time. We'll try one more time to get it tightened. I am so sorry, people. I tried, and when I moved this, it just moved on me. I'm trying to get it super tight. There we go. Stay, please. Stay right there. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are officially live. Welcome to the Come Cook With Me show, and we are live from the beach, and I've got two gentlemen over there sleeping, so I have nobody here helping, but they're resting up. My name is Laura Hall, and you are on the Come Cook With Me show, and today we are making a wonderful, healthy summer meal. I think you're going to absolutely love it. It's a cilantro-lime chicken meatball, cilantro-lime chicken meatball in a bowl. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pair it with some black beans and some pinto beans. I've got some pico de gallo and some guacamole and some cauliflower rice that we're going to actually cook up. We're not going to do all of those pieces, but what we are going to do is I'm going to show you how to do the black beans, because I brought an extra Instapot so that we could actually get the beans going at the same time prior to doing the meatball. So I'm going to go ahead and get the beans going. It's so easy, these beans. I've shown you these before. I'm going to do a little bit, oops, of course. Oh, will you get it? Thanks, Braxton. Maybe we'll see them slip by and say hello. So we're just going to do a half a bag of each of the dry beans. Go ahead and put them into your Instapot right there. And I'm going to do some pinto beans as well. We're going to do a mixture. Our special delivery came. Oh, Braxton, yeah, you can, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. So, to make these beans the most flavorful, what I recommend doing is using, if you make my homemade salsa, just to put the homemade salsa juice in here and a little bit of the salsa itself. So I've got some here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is what's gonna give them the most flavor. So I'm just taking the juice from the salsa. And I made this salsa yesterday, so it's going to be perfect. Now let's say you don't have salsa sitting around, or you didn't make any homemade salsa. You can actually use some from a jar. I've got a couple of samples here as well. And in fact, when we did the Come Shop With Me, I showed you two that we purchased. Okay, so I'll put a scoop of salsa in there as well. And then I'm going to grab some bone broth. So I'm using Pacific Organic Bone Broth. So I'm going to cover the beans in this. It's about 16 ounces that I'm putting in. And the recipe is actually, oh gosh, the flavor of this is just amazing. Okay, so that's the bone broth. And if you want, what you can do, if you don't have homemade salsa, just grab a couple of jars. I bought a red one and a K-Vide green sauce. They're all really great. But since we have the homemade salsa, we're just going to go ahead and do it. All right, those are ready to go. I'm going to pop this on, and we're going to do these beans for, make sure that it's sealed, not vented. We're going to do these for 35 minutes. And let's see, we're going to put that on 35. There we go. And that's just going to get started. So that's all you need to do, is to get your beans ready. I'm going to put the salsa over here. All right, so for the meatballs, I've got a pound of chicken. It's my helper now. I have somebody helping. I'm gonna need to put a garbage bag in there. Oh no, I'll just use the back one. That's fine. Okay, so we have a pound of ground chicken. This is just hilarious. Okay, so we have a pound of ground chicken, and what I'm gonna do with this ground chicken is I'm gonna be putting all of the ingredients, the 2 egg whites that I'm gonna put in, 2 egg whites that I've gone ahead. I'm gonna just put them right into that bowl. And while this is before I start to mash it up, I'm gonna turn the Instant Pot on for saute, but we'll just wait until we get it mashed up. And then in this bowl, I have all of the extra ingredients that were identified in the recipe. I've got jalapeno, roasted garlic, red bell pepper, and green onions. I'm just gonna throw all of that in. And we want to use the juice of a lime, half of a lime. So we'll zest that right into the mixture. You don't have to use egg whites. It's just easier if you use egg whites. Healthier, obviously, if we use egg whites for the. You can use one whole egg if you choose. I'm gonna get the, let's see, we've got some cilantro that we're gonna be putting in. And I know a couple of you who follow me who do not like cilantro, so there's a lot of other options that you can use. You can use Italian parsley. If you're gonna use a parsley, I would use the flat leaf, the Italian parsley in place of, but this is cilantro and it's lime and zesty, so we're gonna go ahead and put the cilantro in. And then instead of breadcrumbs, I've made my own breadcrumbs with our incredible harvest thins. This is Thai chili harvest thin. And yeah, I know, right? Thanks for sharing the love. These are amazing. And so all I did is pop it in my little blender cup, and I zipped it, and that's what I have. What is remaining are the breadcrumbs. And this is just spectacular. But if you don't have those, you can always use a panko, gluten-free, Italian style. You can use these as well. But I'm using the Thai harvest thins, Thai chili. So I'm gonna pop those in here. All right, so before I get started, I'm gonna put this on saute. Let's see, saute. We're gonna just do a little bit of browning of our meatballs. So you'll want to put the coat the bottom of your Instant Pot with the you can use avocado oil. You can use really any one that you like. I like this particular one because it's a mixture of avocado, coconut, and safflower, and it's organic, non-GMO. Always looking for non-GMO. So you're going to coat the bottom of it. It's about 1/4 cup. And now comes the fun part. We're going to mash this all together. Oh, I don't think I put salt and pepper in. I didn't actually put the spices in. So before I do that, let's go ahead and get these spices in. Usually I have the spices in front of me. All right, so you want to do some liquid amino acid. Liquid aminos. I like this brand. It's a coconut brand. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons. We're going to use some pink Himalayan salt. We've got some Dano spices that we're going to use. I'm going to use a little bit of both. The savory and a little bit of the spice. And we're going to put in some Japanese 7 spice. Sending you love from Minnesota. Hey, thank you so much. Is that Deb? Yeah, it's Deb. Hi, Deb. All right, so seven spice. One of the things that I love to talk about with our spices is that we always look for organic and non-GMO. So we don't want to have genetically modified food in our bodies. And we have some chipotle, red pepper. I'm going to put that on high. And we've got some black pepper. One of my favorite all-time spices, some cumin. And I know some of you are saying, you're not measuring. I give an estimated amount of spice that you use, but I never measure. Then we have hot Hungarian paprika. And then finally, some herbs of the Providence. Okay, now we can mix this all up. We're just going to mix it all together. And that's getting nice and hot. So those of you who have the harvest thins, I think that you will love, love, love using them as your breadcrumbs, your panko chip, panko crust, if you're ever needing to use those, they're so good. So one of the things that we usually start off talking about is, if you're new to the show, we love that in our community that we say hi, who we are and where we're from. So hopefully those of you who started joining us right away, if I didn't have such technical difficulty getting started, I think I would have been able to be a little bit more on top of saying that right away. So say hi, who you are, where you're from. Okay, that looks really wonderful. So I'll just pick that up and show it to you so you can see what it looks like. And now we're going to make little meatballs out of them. Okay, let me go ahead and put my glasses on. So nice little bite-sized meatballs, and you're just going to pop them in the bottom. I'd like to brown and sear them in, get them a little bit started cooking. Locking in the flavors. Hi Mari, great to see you. So I'm so glad that we're back live together again. It took us a couple of weeks, and I appreciate everyone's comments about, all your well wishes for our move to Mobile, Alabama. Actually, Daphne is where we're going to be living. And I look forward to sharing that kitchen with you when we get there. But it's nice being here at the beach. Braxton's last few days are with us. He's not coming on the show. He already told me he's not coming on. Maybe we can get him to come over and say hi, just so people can see him. He does some wonderful cooking. He tells me about all his recipes, and he sends me pictures with his Instapot. And he's shaking his head at me like, Mom, don't do that. But he's really a fantastic cook. So those of you who know, we do this recipe in the Instapot, and we also do the recipe in the slow cooker. So I've had the other meatballs in that slow cooker. They're just about done. And we always like to compare to see which one wins. Gonna need to turn those over. Should have probably used the bigger Instapot. This one's not as much room, so we just move those over a little bit. Get them brown on one side. Okay, I'm going to actually tell you to put your saute feature on medium. A little high was sticking to the bottom, so you don't want them to stick on the bottom. Just enough to get them just a little bit of brown. Perfect. So they're getting just as nice and brown, if you can see that. More in there. I love how all of the chunks of the vegetables and peppers and jalapenos are right there. A couple of these are just not going to get brown because they're going to just be laying on top of each other. One side. Okay. There we go. All right, so those are on the saute, and then all you need to do is hit cancel once they're sauteed, and we're going to go ahead and bring it to pressure cook, and we're going to set our pressure cook for 5 minutes on manual. Set it for 5, and what we're going to do is we're going to add in 1 scoop of salsa, and we're going to add in more bone broth. And in fact, I need to add just to get 1 more 8-ounce over here. And then we're going to add in 1 scoop of salsa just so that the flavors stay together on the meatballs. Such a simple recipe and so delicious. 1 more scoop. Okay. It really comes in handy if you make a lot of salsa at one time. Okay, so we get my lid. And we're going to secure it in place. And we're going to hit start. Perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what else are let me show you what's been cooking in the slow cooker so you can see how they're going to turn out. And these are just at that, almost that perfect doneness. They've got about 20 more minutes to cook, but this is what they're gonna look like. Don't those look yummy? Yeah, so good. All right, keep the lid back on. All right, and that's it. That's really all you have to do for the meatballs. So let me show you what we're gonna be pairing it with. I've made some pico de gallo. I have the recipe in the comment section above, and this is the pico de gallo that we're gonna serve on top. Yes, so good. And we have the black beans going. I'm gonna make up some guacamole. I'll take a couple of pictures of that with the recipe. And then we're gonna do some cauliflower rice. And so I've got the ingredients that are gonna go right here, and all of them were spelled out in the recipe above. So I'll take some pictures of all of that when we get going, when we start cooking that, after these get a chance to get started, and you'll get to see all the pictures in the comments below. That's really the simplest recipe ever. It's gonna look phenomenal. We're just gonna put it into a bowl. You can also serve it with a little bit of sour cream. I have some yogurt, some almond milk yogurt that we have for the side. And then that's it. That's the recipe. So Facebook was really funny the last time we were live. And what happened was they took, I don't know how or why or what, because they have a mind of their own. So what they did is they took the last time we shared a live video, they took it, it's gone. They erased it. So everyone who shared it and everyone who commented on the last one, it was missing. So what I ended up doing is I took the YouTube channel, so all of the recipes, thank goodness, all of the recipes that we have created, they're all on my YouTube channel. And so if you go to YouTube, it's LifestylebyLauraJ. And so we were able to get that recipe off of YouTube and put it back on. And I mentioned that when I did the Come Shop With Me, and only a few people ended up sharing it on their Facebook wall. But so many of you did share it because it was, I know we had such a big viewership that week. So I do apologize. There's nothing that I could do about that. But for those that did share the show that I reposted, I do have a drawing. And so what I decided is perhaps this week will be the week that when we're live next week, we'll do either, I haven't decided. It's either going to be an Instapot giveaway or it's going to be maybe a bedtime belly buster. That's what I'm thinking. So, but those of you who did share, we're just going to go ahead and do spices and the seasonal shakes. So you'll get a chance, you'll get a choice to get whatever seasonal flavor it is. So those of you who put in and actually shared it, so you hit that share button right there and your name gets entered to win. So I gotta not look, hold on. Okay. Let's see, and the winner is Janice Bush. Awesome, Janice, congratulations. So we'll send a message to you and you'll get a chance to tell me what seasonal shake you want, which one you want me to ship you. Congratulations, I'm so excited for you. That's outstanding. And I'll send in the Dano spices. Where are my extra ones? Well, I don't know where my extra ones are, but this is what you're gonna win. When you just say hi, who you are, where you're from, you get entered to win the Dano seasonings. So Dano is a gentleman who's on my team. This comes in a kind of a spicy version, and then also more of a savory, spicy and savory. So you get both of them. And Dano is a gentleman who's on my team who's created these spices, and he's just doing such a bang-up job with them. So many of you who have been following me started using them even without winning them. But when you say hello, who you are, where you're from on any of the shows, you get entered to win the Dano spices. So please make sure you do that. If you hit that share button and it says share this video on your Facebook wall so more people get involved into our community, you get entered to win whatever the drawing is for that week. So that's one of the things that we love to do here. And this week it was a seasonal shake. Sometimes
The time before, we had Jenny who won the Instapot the last time. So you never know what you can win. And that's the show for today. So I hope that you enjoy this recipe. Look forward to putting the pictures out there as soon as we get further along. And just make it a really fabulous, fabulous, wonderful weekend. I'm really glad to be back, everyone, and we'll see you next Friday. All right, take care.